go check that out. Where he was at last year. He said, shoot, if COVID hadn't happened, I'd I only made 12K in my business in 2019. He's crossed over 150 already for the year. That's, what is that, like 12 times, like a 12x increase. It's interesting. I look at, accumulating skills and accumulating money, right? So a lot of people go to work to earn a paycheck, or they create a business to earn revenue. And you can definitely disassociate, what you like to do or your passion. You might hear that a lot, like follow your bliss, follow your passion, and shoot, like if you have a way to line up what you love to do along with making money and having an impact, great. But I can kind of like disassociate some of those things sometimes. Like, hey, this is something I'm just going to do to crank, and it's going to generate a ton of revenue. Or I'm going to do something here because it's going to get me connected to the right kind of people, or it's going to help me learn this skill that I can then use later for leverage, or use later to generate more income, right? So as these kind of opportunities come up, whether it is meeting up with people in your local area, I think finding the right group of peers. So you want to have people that you can look up to that can help kind of lift you up to the next level in business and in life. But you also want to have a group of peers that you are running this race with. And it's so cool, like to see, I know Kyle posted in the group, Kyle Goldstein, or, what he's been able to accomplish this year, which is just phenomenal. Coming into the year, having specific goals about, moving out of state, buying a house. He was able to accomplish those things. And he's a guy who's always asking questions. He's not afraid of the hard stuff, when maybe a GMB gets suspended or something takes a little longer to rank, and he's just got more at bats. Or you look at a guy like Adam too, same thing. He posted in the thread earlier, just in the live tonight. Go check that out. Where he was at last year. He said, shoot, if COVID hadn't happened, I only made, 12K in my business in 2019. He's crossed over 150 already for the year. That's, what is that, like 12 times, like a 12x increase, 1200% growth year over year. And it just had to do with how he looked at his circumstances. And I can guarantee you, Adam has a group of people that are his peers, and he's also going all in on kind of like learning these new skills. So sometimes too, these other opportunities that'll come up, in terms of like work study and things. Yeah, they may not pay huge, but if it's going to get you connected with the kind of people that are going to help you level up your business, if it's going to help you become a master of one of these tools that you need to become a master of to run your business, or to then be able to train multiple people to run that for you in your business, then you're getting, you need to make these decisions. I know, like Dan, you and I have talked about this. You need to make these decisions that are going to get you leverage. Like, what are you going to do on a daily basis to get more leverage in this next year? I've come to a realization lately that, you can manage, people always say like time and money are the most important kind of a thing. Your energy is just as important, if not more so. Right. And so, managing your energy on a daily basis, and knowing and being really aware of, when do I have that most, athletes do this all the time, when they're on a streak, when they have momentum, that's when they go all in on that thing. And if you default to the things that maybe you're comfortable with, because you're like, oh shoot, I got a bunch of energy and momentum, so now I'm going to do this thing I'm really comfortable with, but I can just like push out reps like over and over and over. Like, no, that's probably the time when, okay, you need to go into something new that's maybe high leverage, that's going to have more impact for you. Get uncomfortable, manage that energy well, because we don't always all run, at 100% from the beginning of the day till the end of the day. But being aware of kind of where you're at, what do you need to accomplish during the day? What are those kind of like energy, kind of like hot pockets that you've got, to where you can capitalize on them when you hit them. And I think, 2021 is going to be all about community, people, finding the right peers, finding leverage points, getting uncomfortable, and really doing the things on a daily basis. Like you said, like having those kind of daily wins.